So there are two reasons why your house hasn't sold in Las Vegas. One of them you have no control over, and the other is completely on you.
One, two, three, four.
So let's take a look at what I have here. First, here is proof that it's not just you. So right now, about 60% of homes in Las Vegas sell within the first 30 days. And it's crazy because that's more than half. But almost 7 out of 100 homes sit for more than 120 days. And that number keeps going up every day. Same cities, same buyers, same interest rates. So, why do houses sell fast and others tend to sit for a while? That is what we're going to break down today. Let's see. Reason one are the things that you have no control over, which is the market itself. And reason two, the stuff that's 100% on your hands. So stick around with me and let me see if I can help you guys a bit if you are currently listed in the market or you are thinking about selling your home and you want to make sure you position your home correctly to get the best outcome possible. And guys, here's the thing, if the market is the real problem here, I want you guys to think about this. If the market is the real problem here, then no houses would be selling, right? But houses are selling every single day. So the market can't be the whole story here. And hopefully, this is going to give you guys a little bit of insight. So let's start with what you can't control. First, interest rates. Right now, a typical 30-year mortgage sits around 6.3 to 6.8%, I believe. A lot of homeowners in Las Vegas locked in at a lower rate at around 3 to 4% a few years ago. And if they decide to sell and buy again, they lose that low rate. So a lot of people are just staying put instead of moving. But it's not just sellers, it's buyers too. At these rates, a lot of people simply can't qualify for a loan anymore, or the monthly payment just doesn't work for their budget. So, on top of homeowners staying put, you've also got buyers sitting on the sideline waiting for rates to come down or waiting until they can actually afford the payment. And that really shrinks your pool of buyers from both directions. None of that is your fault. That's just the math. That's just the current state of the market. So, following up on that, second, because of that, because fewer people are putting their houses up for sale, new listings dropped almost 8% compared to last year. Fewer people upgrading or downgrading means fewer buyers moving through the market also. So that kind of just connecting it from why people are staying put, why a lot of sellers are staying put. I mean, it's kind of good that they're staying put, right? But it also affects you because they are not going to transition into a buyer in this current market because they don't want to lose the lower interest rate and lower payment that they currently have. So in reality, fewer fewer buyers are moving in this market right now. There are buyers, don't get me wrong, but there's less. Third, there are more houses for buyers to choose from right now. Let's just go with 7,000 available homes or more currently, single family homes in Las Vegas and Henderson, the whole market. It's a little higher than last year, so even a great house has more competition right now next to it. Buyers have more options, which means yours has to really stand out for it to be sold, um, more than it used to compared to a few years back where you just really put the home in the market and it tends to sell within the first 2 weeks. That's not the case anymore. So that's the honest part. High rates, fewer people moving, more competition, and none of that is something you did wrong. Here is where it gets uncomfortable, really. Part two, the things that you have control over. So, because remember, 58% of homes are still selling in 30 days or less, that's the majority. That's 60%. That's more than half. So, if most houses are selling just fine and yours isn't, the market isn't really the reason anymore, if that makes sense. Something about your house is the reason. Something about your listing, something about how it's approached and its position in the current market is causing it to not sell. And a lot of you guys might say I'm wrong on this, but this is just my honest opinion. I don't want to sugarcoat or BS anything. So, reason one, this is the big thing. As an agent who's represented hundreds of um, sellers and buyers in Las Vegas in the last 10 years, price, price is the number one reason why houses don't sell, even on a good market. So if you're pricing your home based on what you wish it was worth or what a neighbor got a year ago, buyers will just scroll right past it. The homes selling fast right now are priced for today's market, not last year's. And unfortunately, um, I still encounter a lot of sellers who are unfortunately basing everything still on the past, which is very, very unfortunate as a homeowner. I wish we can look back and look at those values and how things were selling. But unfortunately, this is the current situation. This is the current market, and pricing your home correctly based on what's going on right now is what's going to cause it to sell. So, reason two is how your home is positioned in the market, photos and first impression. Most buyers are scrolling through listings on their phone every single day, um, wherever they're at. They're on Zillow, they're on different websites, everything is on the phone. If your photos are dark, blurry, or messy, people skip you before they even read the price, which is true. I've done it myself. This is the cheapest fix on this whole list. And it really is one people skip most if you have bad photos. That first impression is everything. If your agent isn't hiring someone and they're taking photos through their phone or themselves, unless they're professionals, I think you might want to reconsider and fight for them to hire someone who is a professional and actually take these nice photos. First impression is everything. No matter how nice your house is, if it doesn't look good when people are scrolling, it is not going to get the traffic that you're looking for or your house deserves. Number three, reason three, getting seen. So, who's actually getting your house seen? Just putting a sign in your yard isn't enough anymore. We're not in that market anymore. With almost 7,000 houses available in the market for sale, someone needs to be actively showing off your house. Good photos, videos, social media, not just waiting for buyers to really stumble upon it. Agents need to be basically agents have to be very active in this market. They cannot be passive. They cannot just list it in the MLS and hope that Zillow's website traffic would pick up on it, or also rely on other agents who have qualified buyers to look at it. Agents have to be very, very active in how they market your home in this market, in this current real estate market. Reason four, flexibility. Sometimes a buyer will ask you to pay for a small repair or help cover some of their fees at closing. Those are the extra costs on top of the price of the house. If you say no every time, they'll just go look at the next house and skip yours or just move on, really. A little flexibility can be the difference between selling this month or sitting for 3 or more months. I mean, honestly, guys, in this market right now, 100% of the time, let's just say 99% of the time, buyers are going to ask for concessions. They're going to ask for closing costs. They're going to ask for repairs. They're going to ask for this. They're going to ask for that. And I'm sorry to say it, you, as a seller, depending on your situation, and everybody is in a different situation, you do have to give some stuff away. And you can say that you're going to fight it, you're going to do this, you're going to negotiate. Like I said, it depends on the seller's situation. It depends on your situation. If you are able to do that because you have a low interest rate, or maybe there are no current mortgage or lien, and you're not paying any monthly payment, and situation is just good, then yes, definitely you can go ahead and fight it, negotiate it, right? But a lot of buyers right now will ask for concessions. That is something that you need to be ready for. And before you even list your home, you should take account and have a budget or an idea of what a buyer might ask for. And any agent who is active in this current market should be able to give you a range on what they're going to ask for. So you're kind of ready and you have an expectation. Number five, reason five, hidden problems. If you know your roof or your AC or your home basically has some issues, um, in this market, you should get those fixed. You don't want to wait until you do home inspections for them to show up, because a lot of buyers are going to walk away because there are so many options in the market right now. So, if you are able to, as much as you can, if you really need to sell this home, get everything fixed. Get the home ready. First impression, access, pricing, and making sure there are no problems. Because the more issues, the more hiccups, the more challenges that you put on a buyer, I'm not gonna say they're gonna walk away, but you're giving them that chance to walk away. Like I said, buyers are taking their time. There's a lot more properties for sale in the market, so there's a lot of options for buyers right now. And if they can't get the deal that they're looking for, that might be best for them, they're gonna walk away. Unfortunately, I don't want to say that this is a buyer's market, but it tends to pull more towards that side. Um, and if you're beat up being in the market for a while, I think you need to kind of look back and start making a checklist of on what's important to you, because you can sell your home. Your house is going to sell. But unfortunately, this is a market where a lot of buyers are going to ask for concessions. It's just reality. If you guys don't like it, I do apologize, but that's what we see. And that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully, that helps if you're currently listed and you're in the market right now. And if you are thinking about putting your home in the market for sale, I do want to give you an offer. I want to give you a free, no obligation consultation. I want to go ahead and get together with you. Let's take a look at your home, see the actual correct value of your home. How I said correct, based on what the appraiser would appraise it for, and actually see what needs to be done to position your home to sell in this market. in as quickly as possible. Because at the end of the day, even though we have this list, there really is no controlling what could happen. But we can control the things that we can control, which is pricing it correctly, having nice photos, positioning it right, and just being ready for different expectations on what could happen while your home is listed. So if you are interested in that, just shoot me a comment, or I should have all of my infos in here. Just reach out, and I'd be more than happy to help you out before you get tied up in a multi-month contract that could tie you up for months and cause you more harm. So let me help you out. No obligation, no pressure. Just reach out. Aside from that, guys, hope you guys have a wonderful day. The market is tough, but we are tougher. But anyways, have a great day.
One.